Welcome back everybody to Forza Motorsport. So we're continuing on with the spirit of Forza Motorsport 20th Anniversary Tour, and yeah, we're going on with the third game in the series, so Spirit of Forza Motorsport 3. And yeah, this is probably one that I am most looking forward to, because it does feature a car that we've not had since Forza Motorsport 5. So yeah, a good few games ago now. So yeah, let's get into the championship. So yeah, it's this car that we haven't had for quite some time, the 2010 Audi R8 Coupe 5.2 FSI Quattro. So the first of the R8s to have the V10 that was taken from the Lamborghini Gallardo. And yeah, those are the stats, which are all fairly good to be honest, and yeah, that's the horsepower. So obviously not the most powerful Audi R8 going. The V10 would obviously get more powerful as time would go on, and does weigh quite a bit as well. But I'm just really excited to drive this standard, well, basically standard Audi R8 V10 to be honest, because obviously it would get, you know, more performance, more, you know, bodywork and such. But yeah, this is basically the 4.2 V8 version, just with a bigger engine in it. So yeah, let's get in it. Speaking of the V8, I would really rather like that version of the car to be added to the game, quite frankly. It is one that I quite enjoy. We'll get it in blue because I like Audis in blue. Yeah, I would really like that 4.2 litre V8 to make a return in this car as well. But it probably won't, quite frankly. So yeah, we're at Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya for the first race on the Grand Prix circuit for 4 laps. And as per usual, we won't upgrade the car in the first race, but yeah, still doesn't really need it really with those acceleration times. 0 to 60 in 3.719 seconds, 0 to 108.4 seconds, going on to a top speed of 201 miles an hour. So yeah, that is pretty damn quick for a car that, you know, only has 518 horsepower, which obviously is nowhere near as much as future Audi R8s would have, but it's still plenty enough for a car of this type. That all-wheel drive certainly helps to get off the line.
The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya
so yeah,
is one of the busiest tracks in Europe.
Let's continue and start this race. So yeah, I know it keeps has in the past told us about reducing our grid position and increasing the difficulty, but we don't really need that to be honest at the moment, because the previous championship was evidence enough that we don't really have the best of luck at times, especially in terms of getting through the traffic. But still, let's hopefully get our fuel done. It's again doing the glitch. It doesn't happen in subsequent races, but it seems for every time that you start off in a championship that the fuel just doesn't want to register properly, and it just takes forever to update it. I have no idea why. In the second, third and fourth races we won't have this kind of issue, but for some reason it is just an issue in the first race. We'll just go with 30%, I can't be bothered waiting any longer for it. So yeah, let's see what this car can do. Like I said, it's not been in a Forza game since Forza Motorsport 5, we didn't even have it in any of the Forza Horizon games, I don't believe, so yeah, it has been quite some time since I've driven this more basic Audi, but still looking forward to seeing what it can do. And I will give it a full fat review on its own terms, just like I did with the Honda NSX-R that was in the first championship. Didn't do the Nissan Fairlady Z because unfortunately that car is not fully viewable, so yeah, that's just how it is with that one. But this car is fully viewable, just like the Honda is, so yeah, it will get a review of its own in the future. Probably when we've done the championship, to be honest. Don't really see the point of reviewing a car that we're currently racing. Right. Power through. So yeah, there are plenty of cars here that do have more power than us. That Mercedes, for instance, certainly does. It doesn't have the all-wheel drive that we do. Most of the cars here don't have all-wheel drive, to be honest. Corvette ZR1 certainly does not. Oh dear. Well, we completely outbraked ourselves there. To be fair, this is the first time I've driven this car, so yeah, I clearly was a little bit over eager there. Let's try and pull the car up a little bit better this time. Does sound good though, but then again it is an engine that has been taken from a much more desirable supercar in the form of the Gallardo. What is a little bit baffling about this car is that it had so much less power than the Lamborghini of the time. I think the Lamborghini Gallardo at the time had nearly 560 horsepower, so yeah, not quite sure why Audi basically detuned the engine. Maybe they were just worried that it would make the cost of the car more and therefore nobody would want to buy it, given how the Lamborghini Gallardo is, or was at least, one of the more affordable Lamborghinis of the time. Still, it is plenty powerful enough, and it's high revving, and it sounds good. Just a shame it weighs quite so, as much as it does really, because that does hamper it a little bit. As you can see, the cars in front are getting in the way. And we are being gained on by a Porsche of all things. Have good handling in this car, especially for an A-class car with more than 500 horsepower. Can we get past this wall of Corvette though? More power than we do, a lot more torque as well. So they do fly down the straights. Oh, they've killed each other. Take advantage, at least get them past one of them. Briefly. Before the supercharged V8 kicks in. Try and get some draft, but yeah, they just have so much more power than we do. Well over 100 extra. And I do believe they are lighter as well. That plastic fantastic body they've got going on. Yeah, not only is it struggling with the fact it's got a decent amount of power, but the additional weight doesn't help it, and the fact that the all-wheel drive is a little bit on the understeer bias kind of things aren't helping it either, to be honest. So yeah, there are definitely elements that we can improve when we get to the upgrade screening for the next race. I'm not doing too bad, given there are cars here that are more powerful and lighter than we are, and probably newer as well in some respects. I know the Corvette is a year older than we are. Take advantage of the Corvettes colliding with each other. Did briefly, but the incident that they had didn't slow them down enough to really take advantage. Oh dear, bit of a gravel pit there. I don't think this is the kind of circuit for this car really to take advantage of its strong points. A circuit with plenty of fast corners would be way more up this car's alley, to be honest. take advantage of that all-wheel drive grip, whereas at lower speeds that grip really isn't doing all that much, to be honest. Mercedes tried for a dive there, but just couldn't do it. This Corvette suddenly slowed down. Oh, the Mercedes went off. We very nearly had us a badder off like that as well. Just about got it back before. So it's looking like we're going to have to settle for 8th. I guess the car was a little bit outclassed even back in its day in a lot of ways. It's kind of come true here. That's what upgrades are for, when a car isn't quite cutting it. You can sort out its little niggles and hopefully make it that bit better. Million miles behind that Corvette, but considering it's got way more power and is lighter, or at least I think it is, it's pretty impressive. But obviously, yeah, the firepower of those Corvettes up front, those three that are there in 7th, 6th and 5th, really did have that extra advantage. And then you got the M3s, which again have a fair decent amount of power, but also are way better in terms of handling. And then you got the 911 GT3, which again, a pretty good handling track car. So yeah, I think overall 8th place is about as good as you're probably going to get it. And yeah, at the end of the day, we're ahead of the likes of LFA, which again, more power, as well as an SLS AMG. So yeah, on the whole I'm fine with that, but there is obviously room for improvement. So let's get on to the second race. But before we do that, we're going to upgrade screen and see what we can do to this car. I imagine it's only going to be top end A class, so we don't have the greatest amount of PI, but still should be able to improve it in some way. So let's see what we can do. Right, here we are at the upgrade screen. So yeah, obviously we don't have much PI to play with. I figured it would be top end A class. It might well change for the 3rd and 4th races, but yeah, so that means we can't do a great deal to this car. Issues this car had, well, weight was a big factor, I feel. It really didn't help its amount of horsepower that it's got. So doing the brakes, as you can see, knocks off a huge amount of weight, and at the same time obviously improves the braking. So that alone is well worth doing. And yeah, we'll also do the suspension, which also knocks off a couple of pounds, but also helps the car in terms of controllability. We'll do the front end in terms of grip and the rear end in terms of grip. Now that does add weight, so we will drop the drive line to make up for that. We'll go all the way on that one. So yeah, we weigh a little bit less now on that front, and we might well be able to give it a little bit of extra power as well. Preferably an even amount. I know it's weird, but that's just the way I am. So yeah, let's get it up to 530 horsepower. An extra 12 horsepower, while also weighing less is also going to be helpful. Drivetrain. Nope, can't do that. Clutch. Yeah, we'll do the clutch. That'll improve the acceleration, make the gearing a bit, gear changes a bit smoother. But that's all we can do. So yeah, that's definitely going to help the car. We've got extra grip up front and rear. We're lower, better brakes, we're lighter, and we have a marginal amount of extra power. So yeah, all in all, that should hopefully help us in a good way. Not massively increased our or decreased our acceleration time. Not 63.55 seconds now. Not to 108.004, and doing a top speed of 202. So yeah, but it should help at Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. So yeah, and again 4 laps like before. Said it's got patchy fog weather. Whether or not that's just for the practice or the actual race, we'll have to see. But that certainly won't help in areas, I guess. But
at
least it's patchy and not full blown fog. Yeah, it's clear. It's fine. I never really see the point of having the weather different from your practice to your normal one. Certainly doesn't help you racing wise. Right, let's drop the fuel. Drop it a little bit more this time, hopefully. Let's go 30 again. Yeah, right, okay. Right. Let's see if our improvements, or at least our upgrades, are going to help the car at all. I can't see it hampering the car's ability, but whether or not it's going to make it any better than last time, we'll have to see. Can't imagine more power, less weight and better grip and better brakes is going to make the car awful or less competitive. Corvette is trying to slam us into the BMW for some reason. Yeah, those brakes are way better. Feels faster. Clutch also helping us change gear a lot quicker. Still though, the Corvettes, yeah, unless we're going to get the same level of power as them, they're just going to roar away every time by the looks of things. We've just got matched levels of power and torque. It's good for the corners. Just getting stuck in traffic though, that's the unfortunate thing. There. What can we do about the Lexus? Again, that does have more power than us, even in stock form. Go past it for now. Yeah, the handling on this is not as strong as the Lexus will be. So I finally got into a better position than where we were to start at the end of the last race. The driver up front has a sizable 1 second penalty on them, which will help us if it comes down to that, but I don't think it will. Get top 5 this race, hopefully. Just notice that this is the, I think it's the only R8 V10 that has the actual manual gearbox. Just notice the driver changing gears there. Certainly not something that would stick around for very long with this car. Catch the 911. Come on. It's all over the place in that braking zone for some reason. Seems to be performing better with these upgrades that we're giving it. Top 5. Can we climb any higher in 1 and a bit laps? Not with massive understeer that we're not going to. Hopefully we can upgrade this further in the next 2 races. In the previous championship we were only able to upgrade after the 3rd race, so yeah, we didn't get much chance to see if our upgrades were a fluke or not in that championship, but hopefully we get to after this race in the next episode. Because this car definitely has the potential, no doubt about that. That's why it lasted so long as a vehicle. Slightly clip the grass there, as you can see. That completely sent us all over the place. I think the tyres are the main thing that we can improve on. Because we are still on the standard ones, outside of them being slightly wider than before. Certainly doesn't have as much front end grip as I would like.
Final lap. You got this.
But also dealing with understeer there by the looks of things. It's going to power away on this straight regardless of us being quicker out of the corner. Not by all that much. Let us lean on their door. Yes, thankfully. Podium position is within sight, but whether or not we have the time to do that, we'll have to see. quicker than the Porsche on the straights, but it's just not by a massive margin. Better into that corner upon braking. We couldn't do that for the previous 3 laps. I'm not taking this 4th place position, Corvette. Bugger off. Sneaky little beggar getting out of there in no time. But yeah, there we go. Well, that's better than last time. Definitely doubled our position, and yeah, I just feel like the car was taking a while to get really used to what it was able and not able to do, really. But still, that should help us in terms of position overall. Yep, we're skyrocketed into 4th place now, so yeah, but there is still quite a gap between us and everyone else in front. 6 points behind 3rd, massive 12 points behind 2nd, and an even bigger, what was that, 18 points behind 1st, so yeah, still quite a mountain to climb to get into even a 3rd place, never mind anywhere higher than that. But still, this car's proven to be really rather quite fun to drive, even if, yeah, quite fundamentally flawed in certain areas. But if we do get to upgrade the car further, then we should be able to iron out any of those flaws and hopefully get in an even better position in the next race or two. So yeah, but nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.